No changes to your roster tonight, Coach?
No. I think they're good. I think no changes, no.
See a few people out on the ice this morning we hadn't seen in a while. Craig Anderson, I guess, was out. Chris Phillips, Chris Neal.
Yeah, they've been out before, Wayne. Just an optional means we blended them all in now. So yeah, so they've been out and making their way. That's the next step of rehab, right? Is how hard you can skate, and then the next part's the contact. And
Craig seemed to be taking some shots. Is that another sign?
did he take some off his blocker?
Yes.
That's a good sign then. Yes, that's a good sign.
Would you expect he might be able to back up this weekend, or is it too early to say?
There was talk that he might be able to if he could take some shots off the blocker a couple of days prior to that. So if he took them today, then he's definitely close. Definitely close. So yes, he will then back up.
Are the Rangers a vastly different team than the last time you've seen them? It's a while ago.
I think it was game 45. They've added some players, but teams don't change their style of play for the most part, right? They're a good team. They've added depth. They're a team that a lot of people have picked to win the East. A lot of guys have picked to win the Stanley Cup, which I think deservedly so. So I thought they were pretty good last time, so they're probably a little bit better.
Has Erik Karlsson's game changed at all from the beginning to the year since you've taken over, or is it just a reflection of the team's play?
Both. Combination of both.
What have you seen from him that's different?
Less strikeouts. Kept the home runs going, which means less high risk. I think the biggest thing in Carl is that he realizes that he's got a decent team around him now, and he's not trying to do it all himself, and he's just letting the game come to him.
How big a part is your thought?
Well, I think my thought is a good NHL defenseman for sure, but I think what Mark's real value to is that it allowed us to slot some other guys down into where the minutes he took, and I think that's the biggest advantage. I know there's some chemistry there between him and Carl, but Carl played pretty well before Meth come back too. And not to take anything away from Meth, but I think the biggest advantage, Chris, with Meth coming back is it allowed us to slot some guys less minutes down in the pairings. Is probably the big advantage. And then, of course, his play, right? Like he's an NHL defenseman with 400-plus games. And that's invaluable there to your roster anytime.